Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm very excited. I have a Get It or Ditch It on the new Kokie Cosmetics Artist Palette. This is in the shade Peachy Queen. It's their Peachy Queen palette. It's super pretty. So if you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, you know my Get It or Ditch It's are about the live swatches I do for you guys, the review, and the first impression and demo. But unfortunately, I had already filmed this video, and I had posted this look onto Instagram. And I used the Kokie palette. I posted it like 2-3 weeks ago, but the footage is horrible. I was looking over it. I just haven't had time to film, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to refilm it, but I'm going to amp it up a little bit, have fun. It's springtime. I'm feeling it, so I wore the same shirt and everything to keep along the with the picture I posted on Instagram. But I was like, you know what? I want to step out of my comfort zone, so then this happened, and I really like it. I think it's fun. I've never had such a fun look on my channel before. It's not going to be first impressions. It's just going to be a review. I will demonstrate how I used it, of course, but it's not like that first initial reaction where I was like, oh my god, wow, this is pigmented and all that stuff. And on top of that, we're going to be talking about, is it a dupe for the ABH Modern Renaissance palette? Because I don't know about you, but they look very, very similar. I don't want to ramble because this video is probably a little lengthy, so we're going to do the swatches first. I'm going to give you guys the demo, and then I'll be back with my review. Alright guys, so I'm going in and just showing you me swatching them. I stick my finger in there a few times, run back and forth. I knew these wouldn't be too pigmented on my skin tone because they're so light. So the first two look ashy, I was out of focus. The third one is pretty ashy, and then the sparkly shade, I don't know what happened with me swatching it, but the sparkly shades aren't that pigmented on my skin tone, but on my eyes with the base, they looked good. And this is me swatching all the other ones. I do think that they swatched really nicely. I like them. The first three are going to be good setting shades. I set under my brow bone with the first one, so it looks ashy on my skin tone, but on my eyes with the base, it did come out good. As you saw, the pink and orange look really nice. It's like a peachy shade. The last four, I'm swatching them now. They look a little dry. I think it's because my hands were moist from the baby wipe and wiping the other swatches off, but they are pretty pigmented. You guys will see in the demo in 1 second. So again, I really still like this palette. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. I really like the fact that there's names on the back of these. I like it, and it's nice that it's on the back of the palette, so when you're filming, you can know the name right off the bat. Alright, so I'm going to be concealing underneath my brow and priming my eyes with the Kokie Cosmetics Concealer, and I do have mascara on already. I was running errands later today, well, earlier today I meant, and I was like, you know what, I want to film, so that's what I'm doing. 8 o'clock at night, and I'm filming. This is in the shade Golden Tan, and it's in the shade Golden Tan, so I'm just blending that out. And as you guys can see, it's clearly way too light for me, but I was like, you know what? It's not a lost cause because I can use it as an eye base. If you ever get a concealer, you know, too light for you, just use it as an eye base. It really makes shadows pop, because you guys know I usually will use my NYX first eye base. So I was like, you know what, let me try this out, conceal under my brows, see how it does with cleaning them up. And I've been using it to clean up my brows, and it's been working good, so I was like, you know what, I'll just try it as a eye primer today. The formula is really good. It's matte, it dries down matte. Once you blend it out, it does not go anywhere, and I would say it's like a nice medium coverage. If you're new here, you might not know, but I do not set my eye base just because shadows pop more when you don't set it. So I'm reaching right into this pink shade right here, and I'm using a crease brush, and I'm going to pack it on. That is so pigmented. It literally surprises me every time I use it because this is a drugstore palette. So I'm going to pack it on, and then I'm going to start to blend it into the crease. And I just really cannot believe how pigmented. This color payoff is literally insane. Look how easily it blends out. I cannot believe it. I love it. Now the next shade I'm going to grab is this pink shade right here on the end. And oh my gosh, I love it. It's a little brighter than the first pink we used, and it has a really nice color payoff. Guys, I'm obsessed with this palette. It is so pretty. And now I'm just going to blend the shadows out with this blending brush from ABH Cosmetics. Nice and fluffy. And I'm just going to blend. Like, it just blends out so easily, like a dream. As you guys can see, I am cutting half of my crease. And we're just going to blend it out. When I first got into makeup and was trying to master cut creases and half cut creases, I used to not blend the concealer out, so I would have like this thickness, or I would try and like make it thin, and I would try and literally sit eyeshadows on top of it, and I was like, why does this not look good? And I learned that you have to actually blend the concealer out, or whatever you're using, whatever base, you gotta blend it out for the eyeshadow to adhere to it. So I went a little further than half of my crease, and that is because I like to go back in with the shadow, whatever I use in general, on the outer V, and just pack that there. So there's no harsh line, it blends seamlessly. So I'm taking a mix of both pinks and just packing it there. So now I'm going to take the shimmery pink shade right here, and I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush. This is by ABH Cosmetics as well. I love their brushes, guys. And, oop, wrong side. And I'm just going to start to pack that on. And this is pigmented. Such a pretty shade. So now it's time for the fun part, and we're going to add the pop of color. So I'm taking the NYX Vivid Brights liquid liner in the shade Vivid Petal. And I'm just going to carve out half of my crease. Grabbing the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in the shade Black, and I'm just going to do a wing. Always there when you call, always on time, gave you up, baby, always there when you call, always. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be putting that pink eyeliner right on the top once it dries. So now we're going to go back in with that pink liner and just slap it right on top. I put it on top of the black just because this eyeliner is super messy. As you guys can see, it's getting on my lashes, and it's kind of hard to work with. So, and it really doesn't help that I have long lashes either. Oh, freak. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same. Pink eyeliner is drying, let's go ahead and knock out this lower lash line. I'm taking the first pink we used and just smoking that on out. I'm going to go in with that second pink, and I'm going to put that underneath and have a really thick lash line. But I really want it to pop. Now I'm taking the Lash Firm lashes in this style. I believe these are Flirt. Now I'm just adding a little mascara to the lower lash line. Alright, now so for lips, I'm grabbing Give Me Mocha by Wet n Wild. Here I am waiting for your call, but I know that I shouldn't be even seeing you at all. So you just saw these swatches, and then you guys saw the demo. So now I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts. I've had this for about a month, and I can definitely say I'm obsessed with it. So as you can see, it's a very beautiful palette. The packaging is beautiful. It's sleek, definitely travel friendly. I really love the fact that they have the names on the back of the palette, but the thing is, you have to count over to know what shade you're using, but I think it's a nice touch because if you're a YouTuber like me and you do your talk throughs or you do your voiceovers, you can actually know the name instead of just saying, like, describing the shade. So I really like that. I love that they have the names on it. Like, this is so completely different. They're a drugstore brand, and I never see drugstore brands come out with this high quality eyeshadow palettes. Like, they just lack that so much, and the names are on it. Very affordable. I believe it's under $15. It's like $12, $13. Definitely worth every penny. I love that it's like a nice rose gold. I like the nice big mirror, another thing you don't often see in drugstore palettes. And then just the shades are so beautiful. You guys saw the swatches, super, super, super pigmented. These first three shades I can't really use on its own, but they make really good brow bone highlights. I don't set my base, but if you do set your eyeshadow base, you know, you have some nice setting shades if you're deeper skin tone than me. And I had made a tweet and I thought this was going to be a dupe to the Modern Renaissance palette, but I would have to say it's definitely a close alternative. When I still have some of the footage for from when I filmed, so I don't know if I'm going to include it. Depends on how it came out, if it meshes with this. But I compared them, and you know, they have some similarities. There's like 3-4 shades that are kind of identical to the shades of the Modern Renaissance, but I wouldn't say this is a dupe, but it's a great cheaper alternative versus the $45. This is going to be a great fall palette. I can definitely see myself gravitating towards this, and then definitely use it in the spring like I did now. I have this pink look. You have your deeper shades, so you can create nice smoky eyes for fall. This is a nice shade to put all over for summer, so very universal, and I really, really love it. Okay, guys, so that is going to wrap up my demo, first impressions, and swatches of the Kokie Cosmetics Peachy palette. I have nothing but good things to say about this palette. I absolutely love it, and I do plan on ordering the other 2 palettes that they launched. If they have the same formula and same, you know, amount of pigmentation, then you guys are going to be seeing tons of looks with those palettes. So let me know if you guys want me to order them, do a review, or just do some looks with them. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. But where I was going with, we're having, alright, so I'm going to go, oh, well, we got to prime first. So you guys know how my get it or ditches work. So you guys know how my get it or ditch it